She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is Netflix's second outing in bringing shows that came out in the 80s to a current generation of people. Both people who grew up with the show, who are much older and will get a nostalgia factor from it, and to a new, younger generation who never heard of it but will get their first taste in what this series is from this content. Now, to be honest, I didn't see the show growing up. I mean, how could I? I was a sperm cell back then. But I can understand, being older now, that She-Ra has an impact on people, that I can understand why Netflix want to go ahead and proceed with this reboot. They want to recapture that feeling that people had when they first saw it. Now, when news broke that this reboot was happening, people pretty much reacted how you would react to news of a reboot happening.
Just stop! Just stop it! Stop! No! Just stop it!
So, the fact this is already a reboot already has people against it. But you know what? All this will pass as soon as it comes out, because then we'll get the full product and we can make our full judgment. So, when it came out, I watched it. Binge watched the whole thing in a day. And what do I think of it? While certainly it's a good show, there are certainly points where I feel there's some flaws to it, and I'll explain it right here. First, let's talk about the opening episodes. While they were entertaining and fun to watch, I kind of found myself zoning out of them because they weren't as eye-catching as the later episodes. I can go as far as saying they were pretty underwhelming, but I'm not going to say they're bad episodes. They're fun episodes, they're good episodes, and it sets everything up perfectly. I just didn't see myself as invested in them as episodes later on in the season. Next up is character design and animation. Now, while people do say it gets stiffy at times when it comes to animation, and I kind of believe them with this, it wasn't enough to draw my attention from the show away. In fact, I still kind of found myself watching it because it didn't matter. It was small enough where I didn't really have any problem with it. So the animation is pretty good. As for the character designs, they were impressive. Like, I don't know why people were having complaints with it. Like, yeah, it wasn't the 80s series. It's its own thing though, and they look fine. Like, there's no problem there. My favorite character design will have to be Entrapta because of her hair. How it moves on its own, like its own set of hands. It was fun, and I enjoyed it. But overall, I enjoyed the character designs, and yeah, it was a fun watch. It's pleasing to the eye, and I see no problem with it. So those are some nitpicks that I have about the show that kind of pull it down. It's not enough to make it a bad experience, it's just some stuff I noticed that kind of had to go against it. If there's any more that you may have noticed, put it in the comments down below and let me know. I'll try to respond to those. But with that being said, while there were some negatives found with this series, there's also a lot of positives that can be found as well. To put it simply, without making this too long, it has lovable characters, it has an interesting story, it has the jump with the fuck moments, the episodes were fun to watch, and the theme song kicks so much ass. I'm waiting for them to release the full song already so I can put it on my playlist so I can listen to it constantly and not get tired of it. Overall, this show, while it has stuff that will make it go against it, has stuff that makes all that stuff go away. There's too much positives that can make the negatives affect it. You know what I mean? And to give us very special honor here, I appreciate how they incorporated LGBT plus themes in this show. I'm happy to see there's more representation for LGBT plus in entertainment today. Where back then, they could rarely show it or they don't show it at all. Today, it's showing that it's the norm and we should be proud of it. I'm happy for this. And between you and me, was I getting kind of a vibe from Catra and Adora? Because if they do confirm this, I would be so happy. But in the end, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, while there are negatives, there are plenty of positives that can make those negatives mean absolutely something, but they're all way to the side and you really don't care about it. Now, as opposed to this being a reboot, while I do understand people have that stigma of hating reboots, I honestly think this isn't that bad of a reboot. In fact, going in with not knowing She-Ra at all, this is a fun show. And I think this is what they're trying to do. They're introducing She-Ra to a new audience who never heard of her, and this is pretty much their first take of her. And if this leads to them going back and watching the original She-Ra, hey, there's no problem there too. And I'm not going to force you to watch it if you don't want to watch it. I'm not the kind of person that like forces you to watch something until you like it. Unless it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, of course. JK, maybe. But in the end, I'll give the show an 8 out of 10. Aside from the parts that make this show kinda negative, there's still plenty of positives. And I'm giving this a high grade as I can because it's still an awesome, fun experience from start to finish. And I honestly hope there's a season 2 confirmed soon because I want to see more, especially after that cliffhanger ending. So that's all I'm about to say about it. I'll be taking another small break to focus up on school. I have graduation soon, and then after that, I'll probably upload a couple more videos for the end of the year. Follow me at Productions EOF on Twitter. I'll put the link down below so you can get my Twitter page. And that's all I have to say. See you next time.